Do you ever wonder what life would be if you were someone else? How a certain person might have a better life based on their looks and public personality, and you admire them and you wish you were them? It's something to think about when you are waking up to the same morning, but something is different. Inside Mari is one of my favorite manga, especially for a gender bender series, as this is a perfect example of what a good gender bender series is, and how psychologically it is in both art and story. Inside Mari was created by the talented Shuzo Ashimi, who is known for his other works such as Blood on the Tracks, Flowers of Evil, Happiness, and co-league ongoing Welcome Back Alice. But out of all of them, Inside Mari speaks out to me to the most, and it's because reading this manga reminds me of why I love manga in the first place. It all starts with a guy named Isao Komori. He spends all day locked in his room, playing video games all day, and barely leaves his place. When he entered college, it was a step for him to change and make new friends along the way, but as the time goes, he was still alone, and at one point, he gave up. He didn't return the next day. Now, it's just basically him trying to play games, but just losing interest in everything. The highlight of his day is when he goes to his convenience store at night and he sees a cute high school girl who radiates a pure and angel-like atmosphere. One night, he was stalking her on the way back home. She knew he was there and stopped and looked at him with a very soft smile. Whatever that smile means, it definitely stopped him in confusion. The next day, he woke up as Mari in her bedroom. This was the start of his journey as being inside Mari, waking up in her body, exploring everything for clues, and meeting a family in which, in the current situation, he has to pretend he's Mari. One of the key themes here is that Mari is also a teen girl, so Komori would have to go to school again, hang out with her friends, and live her life while trapped in her body. This manga focuses on mystery, and with mystery explores tragedy, trauma, sexuality, and identity crisis, and Ashimi spread out each chapter to build it up more mysteriously, especially one question in everyone's head: where is the real Mari? There is also a limit on how much you're exploring a certain topic, and Ashimi does not put any stops to his imagination and how deep we're literally going in. But at the same time, it builds up how realistic it is in a human tone and how dark and twisted the manga can go. What attracts me most to the series is the psychological value, as you are a guy who has magically possessed a girl, and you have to experience and feel the same things a girl would feel, act how they would normally act, such as sitting, eating, speaking, touching, and just many more factors that makes girls different from boys, especially in Japan, as they show politeness towards their lifestyle. This is also a journey for Komori to explore his identity as who he is, or well, was, as there is another Komori existing, but he doesn't know who Mari is. It's like looking at a mirror and seeing how much you changed, but he is seeing himself through another person's point of view and seeing all the qualities that made him who he is and why he hates himself for that. This was also a point where Komori was struggling to find any straight path as he couldn't persuade himself that he's not Mari. Later on, he'll realize there is a light to help him, and her name was Yori Kagikuchi. I definitely screwed that up. Yori Kagikuchi. I definitely screwed that up. Let's just call her Yori. We don't know much about her besides being Mari's classmate, but there is something deep within this relationship that makes her hate Komori for being Mari and possessing her body. But she is his only hope of finding anything, as she knows the real Mari than he does. Another factor for the psychology of this manga is pretending to be something you're not. And during this time, you'll make mistakes, and that mistakes will have consequences to the person's life, and that could destroy everything they have built for it. This is also a moment where there will be a moment where something will trigger you, and you just can't keep putting up with this lie, and all of it just comes out in rage, sadness, disgust, and just not being able to care anymore. Everything I love about gender bending manga is greatly presented in Inside Mari, and to appreciate how much Ashimi's art builds the scene, both colour and black and white. The shading is just another level when it comes to building up the tension, showing very strong emotions and creating fear for the reader. I've read this series over and over and over and over and over. It is a very important fragment of a genre I love and wish it was known more to be appreciated. If you ever wanted to know what is a gender pair in the series that reached its full potential, keeping you invested, and experiencing what shifting genders magically is like, then this is the perfect manga. And for this, that's all I gotta say for Inside Mari. Thank you guys for watching this video, I really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, and keep a lookout for future content. Thank you guys for watching, and sayonara.